Aleksandar Mitrovic consigns Portugal to playoffs with late winner for Serbia. Serbia clinched an automatic berth at the 2022 World Cup after a 90th-minute header by the halftime substitute. Aleksandar Mitrovic gave them a comeback 2-1 win over Portugal in their Group A qualifier in Lisbon. The result lifted Serbia into top spot on 20 points, 3 more than second-placed Portugal, who needed a draw to finish top on goal difference and qualify but will now head into the playoffs in March. Mitrovic beat Rui Patricio in Portugal's goal with a downward header at the far post to spark wild celebrations on Serbia's bench after the visiting captain, Dusan Tadic, had cancelled out an early Renato Sanchez opener. Jubilant fans thronged central Belgrade, bringing traffic at the main Republic Square to a halt as they waved Serbian flags and hooted their car horns. With their talismanic captain, Cristiano Ronaldo, stifled, Portugal produced little up front at Benfica's Estadio da Luz, and the midfielder João Palhinha conceded the home side were below par. "We have to take responsibility because we had a poor game," he said. "We just defended in the second half. Credit to Serbia, they played very well, but we had the capacity to be on top. Everyone in the dressing room is disappointed, but we have to look ahead to the playoffs now because we are more than good enough to be in the World Cup. You can't win all the time. Difficulties are part of life and this feeling should give us more strength." The home side made a dream start in the second minute after Bernardo Silva robbed Nemanja Gudelj of the ball in a dangerous area and fed Sanchez, who drove it past Predrag Rajkovic and Serbia's goal. Unfazed by falling behind, the visitors came close when Dusan Vlahovic, preferred to Mitrovic as the lone striker in Serbia's starting lineup, hit the post before Patricio gifted Serbia the equalizer. A seemingly innocuous raid ended with Tadic taking a deflected shot which slipped through Patricio's fingertips and over the line. More poor goalkeeping presented Portugal with a great chance to retake the lead on the stroke of halftime as Rajkovic spilled the ball, but João Moutinho's shot was blocked on the line by Nikola Milinkovic. The Serbia coach, Dragan Stojkovic, threw Mitrovic on for Gudelj and his gamble to deploy an extra forward for a defensive midfielder paid off as the Fulham striker, his country's all-time top scorer with 44 goals in 69 appearances, delivered. It seemed Portugal would hang on after Mitrovic headed inches wide in the 85th minute, but the striker had the last laugh as he pulled away from his markers at the death to head home after Tadic's cross from the right. 1. There are 3 qualifying spots at Qatar 2022. To be played for by 12 teams, 10 group runners-up plus the 2 highest-ranked winners of Nations League groups that have not qualified otherwise. Portugal, Scotland, Russia, Sweden, and North Macedonia have qualified as runners-up. Several teams are guaranteed at least a playoff spot, including Poland, who stand only a theoretical chance of catching England. Either Wales or the Czech Republic will be runners-up in Group E, but whoever is not will get a spot via the Nations League route. Austria are guaranteed a spot via the Nations League route. 2. The 6 group runners-up with the best records, excluding games against the bottom side in 16 groups, will be seeded. Portugal and Russia are sure to be seeded. Scotland are outside the seeded spots so need a result against Denmark. Wales, who need to draw with Belgium to be sure of being runners-up, would likely be seeded if they were to win. 3. The seeded teams will play at home in the one-off playoff semi-finals on 24 to 25 March. The draw on 26 November will determine which semi-finals will provide the home team in the one-off finals on 28 to 29 March. Mitrovic said Serbia's confidence before the game was vindicated by a bold performance. "We came here to play football, and having been the better side, we earned it all," he said. "We are reaping the rewards of hard work and the belief that we would be able to defy the odds and beat Portugal. We are overjoyed, for our country and the people first and foremost." Stojkovic added, "We deserve to win tonight as the lads